Hey, what's up, guys? Modern Warfare 2 released, and guess what? There's some missing features. Another AAA studio released a product with missing features and drink. Now, before we get into it, let me just say, I love this game. It's very fun. It's very exciting. I'm loving a lot of the game modes. It's very enjoyable. But I feel like there's a couple of things that were released in this game that why weren't they in launch? And so you guys may have seen like the full list out there floating on Twitter. I saw it just a couple days ago, just things that are missing at launch. And I'm not going to go over every single one, but I kind of handpicked a couple of them that I'm just like, dude, like this should have been at launch. And so I just kind of want to run through that list really quickly and talk about it for a few minutes. So let's get into it. Alright, so the first thing that I want to talk about are game modes that are missing from Modern Warfare 2. So, unfortunately, Modern Warfare 2 has no hardcore mode at launch. If you're not familiar with hardcore, it's a much more tactical game mode that involves a limited HUD and limited health. Most of the guns are 1 to 2 shot kill, and the speed of the game is dramatically decreased. And if you play it just right, this mode can be good for some, maybe not all, but some camo challenges. And I find getting streaks is a lot easier in this game mode, and the challenge that involves, getting 3 kills without dying can easily be achieved in just a handful of games. Also, there's a large community dedicated to that mode alone. So essentially you have a large player base that planned on or already purchased the game thinking that, hey, day one, let's jump into hardcore, baby, I'm ready. And then I'm sure that they were let down tremendously because I don't think that anything was released prior to release day that stated that, hey, hardcore won't be in launch. So that's pretty disappointing. Also, I'm really, really surprised that Gunfight isn't in the game at launch. I'm not sure if there's been anything official about it coming to the game at a later date, but I find that it's insane not to have it at launch. The game mode was crazy successful in Modern Warfare 2019. I love the small tournaments that they held in the game at certain points. It was almost like a limited time game mode with unique cosmetics, because if you went so far in the tourney and won it, then you would get certain cosmetics. It was such a fun game mode, it just seems like it should be a staple in every Infinity Ward Call of Duty going forward. It's crazy to me to not see hardcore or gunfight at launch, man. These are huge game modes. Like, we're not talking about a little niche game mode, but the popularity of both those game modes are through the roof. And why those aren't in the game at launch, maybe they're not ready. I don't know, but it's extremely so frustrating to see that at launch. All right, and so this section's going to be pretty big, and I'm just going to call it UI missing features, because I just have a lot of small things that bugged me that all kind of fit in the same category, and all these things can be grouped together. In my beta review, I talked a little bit about the UI of this game, and I just have to repeat what I said because it's worth saying again. This UI is easily the worst UI I have ever experienced in a game. The menus are confusing, nothing is explained to the player, and it's flat out convoluted and messy. The funny thing is that not only is it messy, there's just a lot missing. Where are the camo unlock notifications in game? As of the time of this recording, if you're doing camo chasing, you have no way to know if you've completed your challenge or not, because the game doesn't tell you. The only options that you have is to count during the game or just check the status in between the games. Kinda dumb, honestly. Another feature that's missing is the XP token countdown. If you pop a double XP, you have no clue how long you have until it's gone. Again, you're either stuck guessing, or what I've actually done, I've actually done this, is set a timer on my phone. And it's insane. Kind of crazy that something as simple as a timer isn't in the game right now. Another big disappointment for me is no leaderboards. In the leaderboard menu, you could check your KD, your assists, your total kills, total deaths, and so on. In Modern Warfare 2019, I had loads of fun with my friends competing on who could get the best KD overall or most kills. It creates something to chase, some motivation to get better. And look, hey, I get it. It's 2022. People are soft. They don't want to see how bad they are compared to their friends because they're sensitive or whatever. Battlefield attempted to launch a competitive shooter without an in-game scoreboard, and that initiative blew up in their face. But Call of Duty is one of, if not the most competitive shooter on the market. A large player base of this game games to compete. But if the intent is to protect the feelings of those who maybe aren't as good as their friends or don't want to know how bad they are, man, this ain't it, Chief. This ain't it at all. You may care about this one or you may not, but one of the missing features in the Gunsmith is that there's no custom reticles. Man, I felt like a god in Modern Warfare 2019 and Warzone with Blue Dot. Man, I hate big crosshairs that cover up players, so having that blue dot, in my opinion, was just like a small advantage over other players that didn't have it. And also, it was just something else for us completionists to grind. Like, I want to stand out as much as possible. And you know, when somebody picked up my gun, man, having that Damascus M4 with the blue dot, hollow sight, man, gives me a chub just thinking about it. And then one last thing that's pretty small, but certainly worth mentioning, is that there's no inspect animation for the guns in the Gunsmith menu. Not that I use that feature that much, but, you know, as a content creator and someone who loves, you know, design and art, I definitely want to go in there and be able to check out my weapons from time to time. You know, especially since the mastery camos in this game look so good. So good. Some of the best in Call of Duty history, if you ask me. So that feature missing, man, that's kind of disappointing. And that's all I really want to kind of go over. There's a full list, but I just wanted to hit kind of those few points, man, that really just got under my skin. And look, I know there's a lot of negativity floating out there on this game, and I mean, heck, I just made a video talking about the negative aspects of this game, and I do not want to be known as a negative Nancy when it comes to gaming. There's a very saturated market of other content creators that talk negative about every single game, and I'm just so over that. Like, I don't want to be known as that guy. What I do want to get across about this game is not necessarily negative, though, but it's just something to point out. It's just another AAA studio that's publishing an unfinished game. And, you know, unfortunately, that's the norm now. I feel like I make video after video after video about these AAA shooters that come out not finished. But with all that said, I am enjoying Modern Warfare 2. I think it's a great game with great gunplay. The new improved ground war is a blast. Like, I love that mode. Especially the third-person mode, too. Man, that third-person mode is nice. And then the Camo Mastery. Man, the Camo Mastery system is the best that it's ever been in Call of Duty history. And there's still plenty of content to come down in the next couple months. So, still a whole lot to be excited for. And again, I just want to preface, like, I don't want to be the negative guy, but I had to bring these to light to show, man, another AAA studio letting us down. So I don't want to be that guy, that negative guy that gets on here and, oh gosh, here's another Joker video trashing another game. That's not it at all. You know, like I said, there's a very saturated market of creators that I could list off right here, and you know, I see their face come across the screen and I'm just like, dude, just play what you like. So let me go on a tangent real quick, you know, just for a second. If you're not liking a game, all right, if you're not into it, just stop playing it. Plain and simple. Play what you like. Like, I'm so sick of just negativity about games, man. I'm so tired of it. This is supposed to be a space where, you know, this is supposed to be enjoyable. Like, if you're getting on a game and it's a chore and you hate it, and dude, just stop playing. It's that easy. And that's the thing about Modern Warfare 2. Like, I just listed off some stuff that's missing features that I think should have been at launch, but it's not going to stop me from enjoying the game. You know, I'm still on there every day. I'm grinding through camos. I'm having a blast with all the different game modes, man. Listen, there's missing features, but it is a great game. Great game. So don't let my little list deter you from, you know, deciding for yourself whether it's a good game or a bad game. Please make your own opinion. I'm not here to persuade you. I'm just a little frustrated with AAA studios, once again, kind of letting us down. That's all I've got today, just kind of a short and sweet discussion. If you have any good thoughts about the game, like what do you like and what do you dislike, just hit me down in the comments. Let's talk about it. That's all I got for today. If you liked it, please like it. If you didn't, dislike it. And hey, I'll see you on the next one.